Hi, hello, welcome to Kristen Draws, where I Kristen Draw. But today we're going to look at some books that I'm excited about over here. And over here you're going to see my sketchbook, my sketches from my recent trip to Colombia and how those turned out. So I hope you enjoy seeing all of that, the right colors, the florals. I'm really just letting myself draw what I want to draw and draw my entire camera roll from my trip to and around Medellin. And some of these books, all these books, highly recommend. Longtime fan I am of Matthew Cordell. I just love everything that he does, fellow birder, and I just think that everything that he creates is so cool and so cute, and couldn't speak highly enough. I can't speak highly enough of the Cornbread and Poppy series that he's done. Just an amazing series of kids books. Like, everyone that comes out, I'm like, just cannot wait to read them. They're exactly the type of book that younger me would have loved. And he has this new book out about owls and owling, and it's precious, it's beautiful, it's gorgeous, it's everything. And I think that that's the power of books, to uplift your mood and change your outlook and your perspective, and to just bring you some peace and joy. What else? Yeah, just I am glad you're here. Thank you for being here. Thank you for watching. Thank you for clicking on this video in specific. This video is, you know, what is the point? I'm not sure. I'm not sure what we're gonna do. We'll see. Stick around. We'll see. I don't know what we're gonna get up to apart from talking about books and showing you my Colombia sketches, but I hope you're enjoying it so far. It is hotter than heck out here. Let's go do some graphic novel things. We are going to continue the cake shenanigans story, which is basically where I'm trying to tell a story of two kids, Skip and Viv, who want to bake a cake and make a bit of a mess, and I'm exploring how to tell that story visually in a humorous and cute way. So let's go do that. Hey, hi, voiceover Kristen here. So I just wanted to show you guys the changes that I made last night with the help of my critique group. On the left, you can see the first version that I had, where I was trying to show Viv blowing a cloud of flour at Skip, and it was reading really ghost-like, and my critique group helped me to see like, oh, that's not how flour would be. It would be different than that. It wouldn't be like that squiggly form. So, and then on the right you can see the change that was made, and now it just looks a lot more like flour. Okay, and the next change, again, we have version 1 on the left, version 2 on the right. This change was to Skip's mouth. You can see in the first version he has lips, which never quite reads in kids' books, or maybe not never, but I think it's hard to do lips on kids without it looking weird. And I was trying to make him have like an O face of like, ooh, like this is fun and exciting. And it wasn't great. So we changed it to the version on the right, where he's just got his mouth open a little bit and is excited, and I think that's much better. Let's wrap this up with a sketchbook tour. Let's go. All right, sketchbook tour time. I bought this in May and I have finished it recently. So that's pretty fast for me. This first sketch was horrendous. There's actually an underpainting here that I drew over because I hated it. I hated it so much, and I still hate this. You know, these first few pages, like, I don't like them. They're just scribbly. They're just like, I guess we can call them warm-up pages. Okay, yeah, that's the thing. This one I actually do quite like. That hand is pretty terrible, but it's a little bit of a self-portrait of myself. I don't hate it. I do hate doing self-portraits. I've never been quite, I never feel like they turn out the way that I want, but this one is not bad. This one I quite like. This I did from like a negative space perspective, and I'm actually doing a lot of things in my art practice these days using negative space here too. There's a little bit of that going on. This is the Library of Congress, and to be fair, this sketch actually means quite a bit to me. That might sound dumb as you're looking at it right now, but some years ago, I went to the Library of Congress and I tried to sketch it like in real time in front of it. And I was like trying to include all the details of that building. And if you have ever been in front of that building or you've seen pictures of that building, like there is so much happening. There are so many details. And I just really like that I didn't get caught up in all of the details. So much of my evolution with art is finding my own way of editing out and like choosing what information I want to include in on a sketch. Another self-portrait, again, one I don't hate. It's weird, but I don't hate this. This is me and Cicely holding a bowl of fruit, and I kind of like this little palm plant going up there. I don't hate this. So maybe negative space self-portraits. I guess that's the way to go for me. Now we're gonna get into the part of the sketchbook that is just woodpeckers. It's just woodpeckers on top of woodpeckers on top of woodpeckers. These are probably my favorite. I really like how these turned out. I just really like everything that's going on here. The colors, the expression, the fact that they're look a little fluffy. Yeah, this spread is probably my favorite of the whole sketchbook.
Although these are quite nice too. I like this squared pattern that I did very unintentionally. Yeah, these are like an orange, kind of a burnt orange underpainting with just some darker values laid on top. I prefer this one over this one. That one's not bad. This one's okay. I like the forced perspective here where we're like looking at the underside of his face. That's kind of fun. This is one I included. This one is just straight up terrible, but this this is one that I did include in the book, I think. Right? I think so. I don't know, there's something derpy and funny about it, and I thought, like, why not? You know, why not? Like, let's not take ourselves too seriously, right? I like this, I like this space. I like that there's, like, space to breathe here, and then there's just, like, circle. I don't know. I do think this might be a strange, or this one's just terrible, but, this might be a strange or unpopular opinion, but I think that images can have like personalities. Is that weird? Does that make me crazy? Like, I look at this image and I'm like, oh wow, the division of space, like this, and then boom, circle, like it says something to me. What? I don't know. I don't know what it says. I just like the division of space on that page. These are fun. I like that I like hinted at the feather texture there. I struggle with this. This is going to sound so dumb. But as a person who likes to draw wildlife, a lot of wildlife is pretty violent. It's like animals eating other animals. And as I was putting this in here, I was like, oh, the poor ant. Poor him, just being pecked at, being eaten. They were just going about their day. They didn't deserve that. Like, I kid you not. I wanted to make a picture book about fishing, and I was like, how can I draw fish being hooked? Meanwhile, I enjoy eating fish. So, you know, all the hypocrisy, just like all the problematic hypocrisy in my life as it pertains to wildlife. Okay, this is probably another favorite spread. I was really trying hard to limit my palette, and I think I was able to with the blues, you know, blue, yellow of the eye, some green, that red head of theirs. That's why the book is called Redheads, you know, because they have red heads. One of my friends mentioned that she likes the red outline here, and I do too. Now that I look at it again, it's quite fun. Oh no, I take it back. This is my favorite spread. Quite a lot of spreads that I like here. Ugh, I love what the watercolor is doing for me in these two. I just love it. And honestly, these two images speak to the power of a limited palette. And, you know, me that I love color and I'm just like splashing color all over every page. It's like, I gotta just flip open this sketchbook to this page and remind myself like, oh, but Kristen, there's like, you can do so much. Whoops, that's the wrong way. You can do so much with limited color palettes. Okay, now we switch from woodpeckers into my Columbia sketches. Here's me holding a guava pastry. Yes, you heard that right, people of the North. In other parts of the world, there are pastries with cream of guava inside. Delicious, wonderful, highly recommend. If you ever have the chance to try it, go ahead. Those are bananas. I'm really thrilled about how those bananas turned out. Like, look at those bananas. No, but in reality, like, I really do love when I can like just hint at something by making some brush strokes and then like reinforcing it with some lines. And suddenly, like, your brain, I think your brain is filling in the fact that those are bananas. But, like, let me know in the comments if that's not the case. This This is an interior, which I struggle with. I really don't do interiors well. Oh, sorry. Okay. I said we were going to Colombia, but now we're back in the forest drawing craze. Part of my woodpecker picture book, the opening spreads are, you know, scenes of forests, and like I wanted you to feel like, hey, you're entering into the forest. So I was playing with all these ways to show that. And like, I don't hate these. I think that some of these are really cool. I do feel like the watercolor, like when I was working on these, they were more vibrant, and I feel there's a bit like, you know, this red down here is just like really vibrant. And that's part of watercolor as a medium, right? Like it's really vibrant when you lay it down and then it fades. But yeah, that's a little bit of a struggle of mine. This one's fun. I really feel like you're kind of wandering back in there. Here's one where the red like remained as vibrant, but these branches are a little lacking. Whoops. Can I turn the page? Nope. This one I just straight up hate. I just hate it. I don't know. It's messy and like. I guess I don't like this texture up here. I think it's distracting. This instead, love. This is back to Colombia. This is just a plant that had all these like spiky, I mean, it's not spiky, but it was like radiating from the center with all these little like buds. And yeah, I just like this painting a lot. Speaking of liking paintings, hate this one. Just like, don't even look at it. I hate it. But I do like this. There were just all these crazy plants down in Colombia, and you know, that's to be expected. But just wild shapes that are like really fun to draw. And I like the color palette going on here. The green, the pink, the orange, the yellow. I think it works. I think there's some harmony. We're just gonna skip over that because I hate it. And some lines. And that about does it. That concludes this sketchbook tour. So May until, what is today? July something. It's the end of July. So a couple months, May, June, July, about 3 months to get through this. I'm pretty sure other artists would consider that a long time because this is not even that big of a sketchbook. But it's a win for me because I've also got like 5 other sketchbooks over here. There, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 that I've also been sketching in. Okay. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you for being here. You're always in my kitchen because I don't have a lot of space. But thank you for clicking on this video. I hope you enjoyed everything we did. The edits to Skip and Viv, the sketchbook tour that was probably a little bit too long, but hey, you know, click through it, skip through it. And what else did we do? Oh, we went to the library, and I showed you some of the scans that I've been working on. I wanna show you more of that. But anyway, next time, at the end of all these videos, I'm always like, oh, next time it'll be more like formulated, like. And then I get around to making these videos, and it's just a free-for-all. It's just a free-for-all because that's what I have time for. So. Okay, thank you for watching. Currently playing with my cuffs, my sleeves. Thank you for being here. Thank you for clicking on this video. I think next time I will have some zine things for you. Yeah, maybe we'll talk a little bit more about this, and maybe we'll make some together. I don't love this. It's done and it's done, but like, for example, like this one, the fold ended up on the words. That's not great. So I am going to be making another one in which I try to not make the same mistakes, and yeah, maybe the next video we'll dive into what that looks like. Okay. Bye. 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 Until next time on Kristen Draws where I Kristen Draw. And you inevitably always see my dirty dishes. Like, oh.